We here. As y'all see in the title, this is the final space for this page. We're gonna keep the SSRB pages up. The only thing that won't remain as far as like just staying active or staying as an actual page is the Facebook group. The Facebook group got turned into CRC. So the original SSRB group is now the CRC group, and SS0 has a new group. Um, y'all know I got crazy busy like outside of battle rap a few months ago, and along with that, and looking at like how things were going in the culture exactly, I'm like, dude, I'm kind of like outdated with how I want to do stuff, or at least that's what Remy was saying to me was that my style was slightly dated. I'm not really into the whole everybody battling everywhere and it's just so free with the scene and just, so many battles are being taken all the time. It doesn't really matter where at or what for. I'm like, all right, well, that and with how the community is overall now, like it ain't the same. Like y'all really missed out if you weren't battling like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, about 8. I say like within that, if you weren't battling from, I'll say like early 2020, very early 2020 and before, you missed out. And a lot of y'all may not think that because some of y'all really got active around this time or maybe like 2, 3 years ago. Um, so you're just in the era that you're supposed to be in. But for a lot of us who were battling back then, like in the indie scene especially, dog, it's so different. Like a lot of y'all would have done well like in that time period. And yeah, so I'm just like, man, maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm not as interested in doing any of this stuff no more. And then keep in mind, I got busy with some outside stuff. So I'm like, okay, I got to go ahead and just hang this up. I'm not really getting on spaces. We canceled the event, Electrifying 3. We really didn't even have a full card by the time we got to the event. I'm like, all right, well, with SSRB, it's been every live event, like for the most part, it's always something. So I'm like, man, it's just a waste of time and money at this point. Like a big waste of time and money. And I was like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and just hang it up. Remy was like, man, no, man, I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna stick around and do my thing. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna pass the league on to him. It took a second at first, but I was like, man, I'm gonna find a way to pass this league on to him completely because he's already co-owner. So I'm like, man, if anybody, it would be Remy. We changed it over to CRC. I said that I was over it, but really I was just on the way out, and ended up doing that. And now we made a different decision only because I can now come back because my schedule was opened up just a little more to where I'm like, okay, I know what I can do to stick around in this. Because I thought about it. I got so many like artists that I brought in that I mainly book and they mainly look forward to battling under events that I set up. And I'm like, man, I ain't just gonna leave out like that, man. Like I can still book the people I rock with. It's kind of cool seeing everybody. So I came up with Stat Select Zero. Remy has CRC. So what we're gonna do with CRC and Stat Select Zero or SS0, because really that's what it's called more than anything. Um, he has the way he's gonna do things with that. I have the way I'm doing things with this here. Before I get into a real in-depth breakdown, I want to go ahead and say this. CRC and SS0 will actually do annual league versus league events. So no, they're not the same platform. It's just a split from the original main platform. Like I guess you could say like a spinoff, but yeah, Remy's gonna have his people, I'm gonna have my people. And yes, of course y'all can battle on either platform. They're gonna be going at different paces and all, but you can battle on either platform, but still annually, we're gonna do a league versus league. We're gonna do one virtual, we're gonna do one live. So 2 times in a year, it's gonna be SS SSZERO versus CRC. Now I don't know if Remy's busy or anything. He might just be chilling, listening, and waiting to say something. But yeah, like the way that I want to operate in the culture now, compared to what Remy wants to do, is completely different because we both got into this at like two different times. So he's in the actual active scene that's going on. So all the stuff that he wants to do is better suited for this time period, whereas the stuff that I want to do is better suited for years prior. And so I was like, I'm not gonna sit over here and hold everybody back or just shut everything down on my end completely. I'm like, no, Remy co-owner, he can just do this from here, and then I'll find my way for what I want to do if I want to stick around. And that's the decision we came up with after a while. First, it was just rebranding SSRB. Then it became, okay, I'm gonna have SSZERO, and he has CRC. So as of right now, this is really like the first time we just put that out there like that, to where people can make that decision of, all right, where are we gonna go? I'm gonna let Remy tell y'all what he wants to do with SSRB, but with CRC, it's gonna take a while to get used to all that. But with SSZERO, what I'm gonna be doing is gonna be a little more slower pace. Like, my events are gonna be whenever I feel like doing something, and everybody understands that. Like, that's over there already. It's gonna be whenever I feel like throwing an event. If I want to throw an event and then not do another one for quite some time because I'm busy or I just don't really feel like being as involved, everybody knows that that's over there, that I'm going at that pace. This is just my personal little bit of the love for the art of battle rap that I still have, where I'm like, all right, I'll do this then, but it just depends. Like, if I feel like constantly making stuff happen, then yeah, but if not, I'm chilling. Whereas with Remy, it's way more of a consistent feel of a battle league. Like, the events going on, the different divisions that he has. Like, he still has all of the divisions, the platforms that we're partnered with. He still has that going on. The team that he has. As of right now, I still got that going on with those people in those areas, those bookers, all of that. With SSZERO, for the most part, it's just me at the moment. It's just me. It's more of like, a personal platform or project, you can say. Now, like I said, we're going to have something going on because we got to go against all of the people on CRC yearly. And so I'm only based out of here in Mississippi. Remy's got a couple different locations. He has the full staff. He's going to have more events going on. Mine is going to be a little more laid back, a little more niche. It's going to be competitive, but not as heavy on the outside entertainment aspect as I would usually run a platform. I haven't had a league plan to be this niche since like my early UBL days. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. All of the championships that were on SSRB prior, they are all frozen for the most part. And I'll let Remy discuss it. I believe there's only about to be one title that's actually going to be used in CRC that came from SSRB. I'll let him speak on all that though. I'm just going to speak on what I'm doing over here with SSZERO. We do have something that we're about to kick the league off with. I'm still deciding on what I want to do, whether a tournament for the spaces, because I am going to be booking numerous studio events to start off everything with the league. But we do
Or did
have a
you go
battle
into the
that's
goo?
actually booked. What's that? What? Hey y'all! If y'all heard the Menace, man,
Oh, is my shit tripping? Somebody give me 100 if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I don't know if they can. Y'all put 100. Spaces might be acting funny. We hear you though. Okay, there you go. They hear you. But yeah, I'm only gonna have like maybe like 2 or 3 championships for the most part.
Okay,
Division.
okay, that's his shit tripping. Okay.
Who is it? Me? It's me. Yo. Hey, do y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
Say something, Stat.
Yeah, you hear me?
Oh.
Yo. Okay, yeah, they hear me. All right, so
See, every time this nigga on the space, bro.
Remy, you tripping? Hold on. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna invite you back up. Hold on one second. All right, but real quick. So I'm not gonna have as many championships this go around. Like it's gonna be a little more chill. Not really planning on having any actual sections, I guess you could say. I'm gonna be booking by card. Like you're gonna know who's who based on the card. Like whatever card you see them mainly booked on, you're gonna know, okay, this is the level that they're at. That's just my start with it. Um, I'm really modeling this league more after a more old school type of style, like really, really more grind time like. Like I just want a whole bunch of different people of different backgrounds and styles, and I'm putting them together and having them battle and just seeing how that plays out, building up those narratives, just keeping it rap. Like I'm good on all the extra stuff at this point. Um, I'm keeping things fairly small with the team and even with the roster to a certain extent. I'm into finding some new people. I want people who are willing to travel. Now, let me get back to what I was saying with the first official battle that's going to really be broadcasted for the league. It is actually going to be a video battle. It was going to be a Spaces battle and a part of the Spaces card, but I was like, you know what? He brought up that he was recently locked into a virtual battle, like just video. And I said, it would be really cool to actually get him to do a video battle where you can see him and actually hear him say the artist's name that he's going against. I said, you know what? That could be interesting. If you all remember how we used to do the video battles and stuff, and then also, you remember the social distance battles with RBE that they were doing. That's basically the same type of format. Or if you know way before that, the UBL battles that we did that were video battles. So we actually have the first official artist to join into SSZERO is T the Stamp God. I think we all saw that coming. But the first battle that's actually set up is T the Stamp God versus Nestle. So, I feel like he deserved that. Been rocking with me for years. I know him and Remy got like a little rivalry going on, so I'm expecting to hear something in a second. But yeah, man, come on, man. We got T versus Nestle. It's virtual, you know. But I think that's gonna be cool. See what he does. That's gonna be a fire one. I'm serious when I say like I want to hear people really rap with this platform and like it's like, all right, y'all really getting put to that test now, like off real. What I'm gonna do along with that may either be a Spaces tournament or just some Spaces cards to just build up the profile of the platform and find out who's who. As of right now, everybody is in the same boat. I get to find out who's who based off of how I book. I'm thinking of having two different sections, one for like the main and then one for like those who are up and coming or developing, I guess you could say. But as of right now, I'm undecided. So yeah, that's what's going on over here with SSZERO. Now, with what Remy wants to do with CRC, I'll have him talk about it if he could hear me on here. But yeah, y'all, keep in mind, I'm also gonna more than likely partner with a platform out in New York once again. Because SSRB was partnered with Hitlist, and I'm trying to get Remy and my guy name in talks to where they can keep that going with CRC. And I'm more than likely going to chop it up with one of my old homeboys from way back in the UBL days who has a league in New York and see about that. That way, it's two different areas you can go if you rock with our platforms, but you just stay out that way. As far as every other area, like I say, as of right now, it's just Mississippi for me and whoever I decide to partner with, which will more than likely be UBL and UBL affiliated people. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let Remy break this down to y'all, man. Come on, man. I don't know if he's here or not, or he can hear me or not. But
Man, I'm here, man. I started talking and your ass went into whatever dark hole you went into, bro.
hey man, I'm in a legendary space, man. Come on, man.
All by yourself. I get it.
Man, all by myself, man. Oh, man. Yeah.
But nah, like Stat was saying, like we're gonna have more of a wide open, like based on how the culture is now. You can see anybody anywhere, so it's no telling who you gonna see on the motherfucking platform. Some people already know the type of shit I'm working on and the type of status that I'm trying to bring to it. So yeah, we rocking like that. We rocking like that. We wide open with this shit. I got like nearly half the year already scheduled. The year, not the cards, but when we gonna throw cards, the type of cards they gonna be, and so forth and so on. We only gonna have 3 championships on this time around. We only gonna have 3. We only gonna have 3. The only returning champion will be Fifth Spirit. That's the only champion that we have so far. He's a fighting champion. He take his shit on the road. He take pride in it. So I feel like that'll be kind of fucked up to strip him from it. And he always asking me who I got a title match with next. Who next in line? And then I got people that want to battle them. So that's the type of if you a quiet nigga, if you somebody that don't like to promo, if you somebody that just like to fly under the radar, don't look for no championship contention, talks, none of that. You're just gonna be a fire ass battler that's gonna get some good looks. You'll still get some good looks and shit like that, but our champs, they need to be champs. Know what I mean? Um, What else? What else? What else? Oh, we're gonna start the year off. We're gonna start off the year with CRC with a Spaces event thrown by Macho. We put together some fire ass events. So we're gonna start with that one um January 3rd. That'll be the first actual card under the CRC banner. So and it's fire. Me and Keith, 10K Keith, we're gonna headline that one. So it's gonna be fireworks. We got some grudge matches on there. We got some good lyrical battles on that motherfucker. So it got some of everything on it. That motherfucker got some of everything on it. Highly anticipated battles. So that's how we gonna start it off. Our first live card. I don't have the exact date yet, but it will be the one of the last 2 weeks of February. I'm gonna have a talk with the bookers who booking that in Atlanta. So we're gonna open our live section up in Atlanta at the tail end of February. And that card gonna be fire. We gonna be very, very active. We're not gonna have a card once a season. We're not doing it. One thing about battle rap now and what helps people be successful now is momentum. If you get momentum and keep it going, you can turn into anything. Look at TBL. People think TBL just popped up out of nowhere. No, TBL has been a thing. Been a thing. They became one of the biggest by momentum. So that's what we gonna do. That's what the fuck we doing. We not booking we not booking nothing that's gonna be no squash matches. It's gonna be all competitive matches. You're gonna have to come in this bitch and you're gonna have to rap. You're gonna have to rap. Ain't no cakewalks, ain't no layups, ain't no none of that. However you want to call it, ain't gonna be none of that. You're gonna come in here and you have the possibility of losing. I feel like that's the best way to book battles. And I think that's what me and Stack collided on the most about. If we ever had a collision, it was going to be about battles that was booked. I'd probably say that was probably our only issue that we ever really had. But that's how we gonna book. Stat is a style booker. I'm a competitive booker. Work for a good while, but it's time to just up that shit. It's time to up this shit, in my opinion. It's time to up the ante. It's time to really challenge niggas, bro. It's time to really challenge niggas, and that's what I'm on. That's what I'm on. We ain't niche. If you fire and you do good business, come over here and get you some rent. That's what it is. Come over here, get you some rent. We gonna bring names here. We gonna bring niggas with status here. And only the real shooters is gonna get those type of battles, bro. Just because you battle 50 times and you lost 8, that don't mean, oh, I put in the work, I should get this. No. No, we giving this shit to deserving people, bro. People who deserve this shit, people who grind, people who actually go out and compete for real. Ain't no cakewalks, ain't no bullshit, bro. Spike is called battle rap. First word is battle. But nah, that's what we on. That's the type of program I'm running over here, bro. We running fights. These gonna be fights. We're gonna be very promo heavy. We're gonna be active in the groups, chats, everywhere. You know what I mean? We got several partners. As many of y'all know, I'm connected with a bunch of people in this circuit and both outside the circuit. So I'm gonna have a few partners who I'm a partner with, and we're gonna goddamn it get some shit cracking. They hit us, they send some hitters over here to challenge my guys and so forth and so on. And I'm gonna have a couple of groups of people who I've partnered with that we got them to do good business. So shit, if you want that smoke and you about competitive shit and you wanna, get those battles that could potentially push you to that next level. See, this is what this is. This is to push people to the next level. This is to push people in the forefront and stuff like that. Versus what Stat wants. Stat is a niche guy. He's always been that type of guy. He's always fucked with his loyal guys and shit, and he always looked out for them. You know, me, I'm different. I'm more of a live wire. I'm more of a active nigga. You know what I'm saying? You can tell what type of nigga I am by the amount of battles I take. Took 21 battles this year. Only, I'm gonna say about 13, 14 of them went down. But that alone just tell you that's a personality thing. But yeah, man, that's all I got. I covered the belts. We promo heavy. It's gonna be fights, competitive, shit like that. We got bookers. I let everybody know. I'm gonna make a statement in the group. I may go live because I don't do all them paragraphs and shit. I don't feel like doing that. So I'm gonna go live maybe Monday or Tuesday, and I'm gonna break down to everybody who's who books who, when battles gonna be booked, where battles gonna be booked, and things like that. We gonna be incentive based. A lot of people want to get paid. Okay, this is business. And anybody who know me knows I preach this shit. This is business. You can't expect people to dump out money with no return. Dump out. We see it too much, even on the highest level. They dump out money to people who don't promote. So I tell you what, how we gonna do this? You're gonna get paid now, certain people is certain people. Let's just call it what it is. Certain people just can't ask for no money. I'm just gonna be real. And those people pretty much should know who they are, who can and can't ask for no money. I only deal with real shit, and we not doing none of that delusional shit over here. We not doing that. But it'll be incentive based. Bring some people through that door. Have some people on their live streams. Our live streams are not going to be crazy. We're not going to tear people's head off for $20 and $15. We talking about $5 and $10. You can't get 10, 15 people to spend $5, $10 with you, I never believe you sold none of that dope you rapped about on stage. I'm sorry. That's just me. That's just me. But yes, it will be incentive based and it goes for everybody. I don't care who you are. If you say who's somebody, I'm gonna use the classified guys because they got the least experience. If my guy John Fish down here and I fuck with that boy there is fire and he gonna be a problem. John Fish being a new guy, if he come out here and sell 20 tickets, 20 live streams, John Fish gonna get his cut. Now he's one of the classified guys right now. He won't be there long, trust me. Trust me, but that's just an example of like, no, whoever get booked has a chance to make their own money. We gonna do money on the floor shit. We gonna have prizes and shit. We're gonna like for certain people, certain cards, we're gonna have challenges in the group, and they're gonna be like 1 week challenges. The best shots fired or the best 2 minute round headlines or co-mains a card. Incentives like that, like little stuff like that. So if niggas want spots, you can earn it. Niggas want to make some money, you can earn it. It's all on you because we booking people. You gonna get booked because we throwing enough cards where everybody gonna be able to eat off of them. Then if you fire and you getting booked frequently, that's the more money you can make. That's for those who have to get incentives in order to make money. You know, you got to lay that groundwork out before people just start throwing out the bread. I'm being 100 with niggas and I'm keeping it real with everybody. But everybody got the opportunity to make something. What else? Am I missing something? Incentives. Told when the live card. Told when the. Okay, I think for right now, as far as I can think of, I've been smoking and shit. I think I cover everything as far as the basis of it, but that's what we doing. So if you're not a competitor, if you want to be baby and shit like that, CRC not for you. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. This place is not for you. If you want to get out here and take your shit from these niggas, shit, pull up. I got you. A lot of y'all talk to me on a personal level. Y'all know how I am. You know how I see shit, so it shouldn't be a surprise. You don't know me like that, you'll get to know me. It's a good time. So if Stat got something else he want to say,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm rocking with that. That's gonna be cool to see. Like, and in a second, we'll let up a couple speakers, but like
is he
only for like
talking
a few
again and I
minutes.
can't hear him, bro?
Y'all just put 100. Somebody text Remy and let Remy know what's going on because he can't hear
Oh my
nothing I'm
God.
saying. So yeah, he come on, man. But yeah, bro, he can't hear me, y'all. Somebody text him and let him know when I'm done, if you can, please. But text him in the group message y'all got or something. But yeah, what I'm doing over here this time around, I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown. And if you were a part of any of these eras, then you understand. What I'm doing over here with SSZERO at this point is more of a personal project, but still it's like it's the equivalent of basically if you were a part of UBL back when it was just all virtual, which I don't think any of y'all in here except Macho and let me see who else. I don't know. I got my brother in here. He know what's up. Uh, but those two, and he ain't no battle rapper. He just in here supporting. But he was around back then to see all of that. If so yeah, it's like basically that. Hold on. Remy's here. All right. So it's like this. This is gonna be the equivalent of like the virtual UBL days in terms of the community. If you know, you know. it's gonna be like my first year running the stage. If you were around then you know how that community felt. And then it's also gonna be like my first, like the first half of the first quarter of when I started SSRB. So it's gonna be a heavy community feel within the actual league itself with the artists that we have. But the battles are mainly gonna be style classes. You know, that's what I specialize in. It's gonna be a mixture of talent. I'm still deciding how far I'm gonna go with the development side of things this go around, but like what we're gonna do is it's gonna be based off of cards, like I said. So in other words, once I really get the roster established, and it's gonna be a kind of like a medium-sized roster this time. Like you're gonna have to really battle here a whole lot before we even include you with us directly, if you really want to be a part of it. I want people gonna show up who I ain't gotta worry about, like I ain't gotta call you a million times or try to find my way to catch you in a lie because you ain't making battles or nothing like that. Like, you know, it's a fresh start for everybody. It's still gonna be fun and competitive, but like I said, it's gonna be a little more relaxed at the same time. Like I know everybody here is not looking to go to certain points, but then I know there are people who are, and you know we'll go about that accordingly with everybody. As far as the group,
Man, fuck that. Violence.
man,
I'm going on mute.
y'all can have it. I mean, we still hold on because I'm about to get to a part that me and you both got to talk about to them. I ain't gonna lie to you. But nah, like when I say relax, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that people just gonna be over here and we just gonna be like, oh man, we all best friends and stuff. Like, you know, it's just we gonna be cool. It ain't gotta be none of the extra energy. And I'm pretty sure that goes for every league. Don't nobody really want that. But like, it's gonna be like chill, like it's chill and competitive. If this will be more of like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like, all right, we just hooping at the gym. Whereas Remy and them, they wanted to feel more like, you know, they all D1, like, you know what I mean? We just hooping at the, it's still,
D1 shit.
oh, we still competitive, but it's just, we hooping we at the gym, we just hooping. But don't get me wrong, you got some folks in that gym that really, like, you know what I'm saying? They real hoopers. Like, they just here just having a good time. You got some in there, they probably used to it, now they just chilling, you know. You got some in there that ain't that good, but, you know, they just want to play a couple games. They may be cool with some of the folks who went to the gym, so they in there with them, you know. And that's what it is here. It's just a bunch of different routes and a bunch of different people who are here together, forming this community that we have. It's competitive here. When you come battle on this league, you know, you can feel it's gonna be like you can feel like the actual community here. I don't want to say a comfort zone, but it'll be like a community here. Just understand that once you're outside of this platform, things may operate way differently. So this is the space where you go if you want to be a part of this particular community that is in the culture. But it ain't gonna feel like all right. There's this league in Vegas, and I know some of y'all may know what I'm talking about. And I did some research on them, and I know Aaron Sawyer just battled on there, so shout out to him. Man, that league is different. Like they do, it's basically like if Genius created, or Rap Genius, if you all remember that, created like a battle rap league, or if On the Radar created a battle rap league while they were still doing their interviews and their freestyles and all that. This what this league is like, you know, and it really appeals to casuals and it's actually pretty fire. If you go to that league right now, it's gonna feel like you're in a place that's just completely different from everything else. There's only like a few leagues in battle rap that have that ability and are still in the battle culture, and you kind of feel a 50-50 with them, which is good, but it's not easy to achieve that. And that's like leagues like iBattle and OSBL and Gates of the Garden, like where they feel like Houston Barcode, they feel like their own communities completely. Like you could just battle there forever and be perfectly fine with being there forever. But then again, they're also heavily involved in the actual culture. We can mention the whole state of Florida. Any Florida battle, anybody who started battling in Florida or was frequently in Florida, you know what I mean by this. I got like some of like the richest battle history ever. And if anybody knows, I know that for sure. I done battled out there. But yeah, not only that, but I go way back with Florida. A lot of the talent we had on UBL, one of the first leagues we really rocked with in the South was Art of War 305. So shout out to AOW. That this is like right before Don changed his name, but yeah, like Go way back. So, yeah, man, like we're gonna be the league though that's just more of like its own community. Like you can, I put it like this: Stat ain't finna be on the spaces all day. Stat ain't gonna be traveling out event to event and all that. I've been there. I've done all of that. I'm one of them guys that was as in the culture as you could possibly get. And if any of y'all know me from way back, or whatever, you know this. Like there's probably not a single thing at this point on the checklist that I haven't gotten to or haven't gotten offered, like at all. Like anything you come up with, I got an answer for. Good, bad, for the most part. Yeah, I done checked it off the list. So, now I'm just at the point where it's like, I really didn't want to be involved in this no more. But if I am going to be involved, the little interest that I have, I'm going to specifically stick to that only. So if you're here at SSZERO, I can come here, I can build my name up, I can get good battles within this community exactly. Every so often, Stat's gonna have some people coming in, to battle us here and represent their platforms against us. But if you want to go out and do other things, I mean, I know how the community is, I know how the culture is now. You do that, When I came up, it was more about being loyal to maybe like one or two platforms tops, and then making it to that next level and then giving back to the places you started. But I know it's a little different now. People battle absolutely any and everywhere. And it's at a point now where you can't really stop it. Like, even on the respect tip, like back then, it was understandable because it's like, if you're going to go do that, if a league ain't paying you or something, like, I mean, you're not signed to no contract. You can do what you want. But, even nowadays, it's different. Like, back then, at least people were like, I'm doing this just for the love and respect. Like, I rock with y'all, so I'm gonna stick to what's going on here till I get to that point. Then once you make to that point, you can do whatever you want. But it ain't like that no more. Like, everybody's more likely to get booked absolutely anywhere. It's more accessible than ever. You can get to bigger platforms much easier. The virtual side of things, the spaces, all that. You get these opportunities. And, so I like sticking to what I'm used to with this. I was more active as an artist back then than I am now, even though I still have battles over the years. I was more active as an artist by itself, no league, nothing. Only thing I did outside this was scout, and that was years back. But since I've been running these platforms and creating all these different things while battling and everything else, I'm around, but I haven't ever really just been as in tune with the scene or the culture or whatever, like how I was prior. So, I haven't made a group yet. Well, I got a Facebook group. It wasn't even supposed to be announced. I guess Facebook notifies people when you do that. Because I have folks hitting me up like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And they're like, "Stat Select Zero." And I'm like, "Dog." And I found out. Like, I was trying to kind of wait on that for a second. But I don't even know if I'm gonna use
All
that
that
group
top
yet.
secret shit.
Man, no, man, come on, man. Y'all finding out stuff. Ain't nobody even supposed to know that yet. Because I probably wasn't even finna have I'm about not finna use the group for a little bit. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm really doing more building with this. Remy already has a head start because he has certain divisions and staff and things like that. Whereas with me, it's kind of starting back fresh. But I got an idea in mind of what I want to do. I've been thinking about just bringing in some newer talent and getting some of the guys like I rock with for real. As you see Ice P is in here. Used to be Iceman. Ice P is in here. T is in here. They're both a part of SSZERO. Me and T go back like what 10 years or so, and at least about 8 years, 7,
He
8.
still ain't good. Terrible.
Man, the champ god, man, come on, man. And then you got Ice P, where I just got familiar with him a few months ago. But that's how the league is. Like, I rock with him. I like his style. Like, he promotes, what I'm saying, good people. I know if I book him, he'll show up. And stuff like that is what I'm looking forward to. And working with people like that, folks where it's not a lot of drama with them at all. I done been through every possible level of drama that y'all can think about when it comes to battle rap, except weird stuff. But like for the most part, as far as like just anything else you may want to mention, like I done been involved in a lot of battle rap drama, whether it was on me or not, which most of the time really wasn't. When you deal with so many artists, stuff happens. You deal with so many personalities, especially on this level and what battle rap is, stuff is gonna happen. It's just that's what comes with working with so many different artists. Just for any of y'all who want to actually do something with this or run a league, if you think you're gonna have a lot of talent and you're gonna work with a lot of people, and you think that's not gonna come back to get you with a lot of issues, if you're heavily involved, don't get me wrong. Now, if you kind of out the way some, it'll still happen because this is battle rap and it just does that to people. But battle rap's the place where you can get popular very fast, and a lot of people have never really been popular, and sometimes they're out of the element when they do get that popularity, and that's why they do the weird stuff that they do because they're not used to that type of exposure. But yeah, like that's what happens when you're dealing with so many artists. That's why some leagues only stick to the same people they know. That's why back in the day it used to be really, really hard to get on a league. Like you had to like almost like beg to get on a like just to get on a card. And of course I didn't, but most people would have to do that. And the reason why you had to, like anybody in here who was
I was
battling.
talking about. Keep going, bro. Never mind.
No, I'm saying if anybody in here was battling before, if you were at least battling or in the scene before I say 2020, then you know how difficult it was unless you had connections or you showed somebody you could really rap or some people rocked with you and introduced you to their people. You know how difficult it was for the average person to get on a card. And then most of the time, the roster was bullying all the people coming in anyway. I ain't saying literally like punking nobody. I'm talking about like just kind of trolling them to death. Like I remember when folks would do good. I remember when, and I'm gonna make this more personal because some of y'all ain't gonna know who I'm even talking about when I say this. I remember when CJ was starting to battle out in Arkansas, and I'm like, dude, I say,
see, why would you call
don't
him
worry about
CJ?
it. It's the point of the story, man. Don't come on, man. Don't mess up the story.
Damn.
See, look, join. Look, matter of fact, we finna get competitive now. See, I let it go about 3 different times. Now we finna get competitive. Join if you don't want your league owner messing up the stories. You already know where to go. Come on, man. Join SSZERO.
Hey, man. Hey, well, I got a counter. If you want transparency and getting straight to the nitty gritty without no riddles, come on over to CRC, man.
Hey, man.
We got you.
You gotta really think sometimes, man. We're giving them a story. You see, this is the setup to the punch right here. I'm setting them up. They don't know where this is going.
Punch better than you. I punch better than you.
No, you look. The first event we do,
said all that cool ass shit you be. I can't wait to beat the fuck at you, bro.
Man,
anyway, this ain't even about me killing you, bro. Keep going, bro.
You can't do that, and nobody else on your roster that you put. Nobody would be able to do that. Nobody.
Macho.
No, my man. Bad. Nobody, man.
My bad. My bad.
No. Nobody, man. I already had Oz on the post playing with me the other day. Hey, Macho, you my brother, bro. You better be glad that like this isn't like a few years back, and he got on that post and was like, man, Macho won because I would have blew a gasket. I'd have been all on the post turning up and everything. I'd have went live and all that. I ain't got it no more to do all that. Like it's just I don't have that energy for this stuff no more to do all that. But you got lucky, man, because you know me. You know how I get started. But now for real though. I remember I'm just like, I'm telling him, and I'll get to who he is, like CJ is in just a second, for those of y'all, Because I only say the stage name for battle rap reasons, like, because be real with you, like, I don't call, like, my homeboys that's in the battle, I don't call them, like, I call them by the nickname or the name I met them by, and if I'd have known for more than 15 years or almost 20 years, man, we don't ever say our stage name. But anyway, yeah, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, you kind of going through it out there in that area, man. You need to come on and get a UBL battle, man. Like you here with us anyway. We all started virtually. Like you here with us. What's up? And he just wanted to rise up in the ranks. As time went by, that's what Clutch did. And now look where he's at. But the thing is, back then, that's how it was. Like, I got lucky. I got to be a part of a platform that was starting through what we had created virtually. Whereas he went out in the area and joined the league and rose up through that. But even back then, like I said, even somebody like him, it was hard for leagues to be so welcoming. And now that I've dealt with certain stuff over the years, I can tell y'all, I know exactly why they do that. Any of y'all that really pay close attention to how weird people can get, you got to do that. That's how you filter them out. I remember back when folks would perform and have a good performance, and then the vets of the league would still be like, "Oh man, that was all right." Anyway, on to the better battles. Like, I'm not even playing. I'm talking about burials, like all the time. They will bury all the new talent. If they were good or not, they'll bury it. And it just kind of separated the stronger ones from the weaker ones. And yeah, so I was more active around in that time period and what was going on with that, where you would know what league somebody was a part of when you seen them. Whereas now people just battle everywhere, they do everything, and I mean it's cool. That's what it is now. It's more instant, it's more accessible. But I'm not really the biggest fan of that. Along with that, I'm just not. I've thrown events. I was the guy who threw events every month almost, and when you just look at the business of how this stuff is and what comes with it, and how much work you're gonna have to do on your own when you're doing all of this, because battle rap is a niche and everybody may not be fully invested into it to know what to do but you. All of that stuff, it can get stressful, and it's just like, man, is it really even worth all that? So, you factor all that in, and plus you add on the other side where it's not stat, it's Quentin over here, and I'm doing all the stuff with the dogs. We talking about on the level of just like in the area I'm in. I don't work where I live, so I mean, there's that, and then just all of that comes with that, and everything that I get from that, and everything I have to do with that. We talking about to the level of the news and all. Like, yeah, being that busy. Like in just a second, I'm finna have to make a couple posts about some dogs and stuff. Like I got pictures. I got like my phone is like loaded with stuff. So yeah, like just having all of that going on. I'm like, if I'm gonna stick around and do this at this point where I'm like 11 years into battle rap, but it's kind of like I know I don't really care to go nowhere with this, like to a higher level. But if people want to do it, cool. I'm here to help. I'm still gonna run the league how I want to do it. Now, that does not mean that you're gonna be here for 8 years, and when I'm in like my mid to late 30s, I'm sitting over here still holding you back by keeping you here all day. No, it's just if you want to come here and you just want to rap, you want to get your bars off, you want to have a good time, you don't want to have all the pressure in the world on you about just where you're getting at with this, and it stays in league, meaning just in here where we discuss it, then cool, come over here and battle. But if you want to go somewhere competitive, you want to really rise up in them ranks, you want to, meet certain people all over the culture and all that, hey, you know where to go. I mean, you got CRC. Me and Remy ain't got no beef. That's my brother. We ain't got no beef. This is just two differences of how we do things. And it's like, you know what? Instead of me sticking around with SSRB and never wanting to be involved for real like that, and then that creating a conflict with how Remy is involved, it's like, man, no, we just find a way where things work out best for both of us and the people who rock with us. Because we all love the art of this. It's just the other stuff sometimes it's just like, man, why are we still here? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, for those of you who just joined in, let's get to the competitive part. And then we're going to add some people up for a few minutes, chop it up. And I literally mean a few minutes. All right, this is what's going on here. We are, once again, I'm going to say this one more time. We are going to do yearly league versus league events. Me and Remy are damn near partnered with each other. So this is going to be, league versus league every so often, twice a year for the most part. I've been thinking about, a couple other ideas, but as of right now, it's established. Me and Remy actually told me, he's like, no, twice, like that's good. One virtual, one live. And yeah, so whichever platform you end up on, there's going to be a point where you get selected and we battle, whether it's out here, whether it's in another area, whatever the case may be. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. We got some things that we have some similarities, but we have some great differences with how we do this stuff. So, this right here is where it's really gonna show, and it's gonna be fun though. But yeah, hey Remy, if you got anything that you want to let them know or something, shoot, I say go on, let them know, and then we just add them on up for a second if they got any questions. It's got to be about the topic though. We ain't going off topic, y'all. We talking about what's going on here, and that's it. It ain't no press conference. We just chopping it up. But yeah, Remy, you got anything?
I think I pretty much said everything on the first shot. Like I said, if it's some more shit I gotta add, I put it in a live because I was gonna go live anyway. Only reason I didn't went live because I was in fucking Facebook jail and shit. Mark hating on the nigga and shit. But then I got battles coming up, so I ain't wanna bother myself. Hey man, I'm on the phone, bro. And no, I think I covered everything. But anything that I didn't say, just catch that live and shit. That's definitely gonna answer our question.
Man, let's go. All right, where the speakers at, man? Come on, man. I see two. You know what I'm saying? I see Blue and KD, man. What up, man? Real. Hey, we back, man. Real Brew, man. Come on, man. Hey, who else? Who else we got on here though? I know some other people want to speak, man. Come on, man. Where we at?
Ever wait that long to give me a mic, boy?
No, we didn't need niggas like KD interrupting when we trying to get our shit off.
Come on, gang. I wasn't even gonna say nothing, gang.
Real
That's
Rude
crazy.
Brew, man. Come on, man. A Rude Brew, man.
I'm just saying, man.
What's up, everybody?
What's up with it?
What it do, bro?
Shut up, Blue.
Yeah, shut up, Blue. What's good?
First of all, enjoy. You need to be prepared.
Ain't
Your
nobody
life in
scared of you.
danger. I
Hey,
don't
Blue.
need to be scared of yourself.
Hey, Blue, you stat select 0 because I said so.
First of all, you don't have enough clout in your life to tell me to do nothing. Shut up.
I'm rocking with Stat. Fuck Remy, nigga.
Nah, hey, Blue is straight to the goo.
Hey, KD, you been running for me all this time. Might as well keep it going.
Nah, I fuck with this, man. I like this, man. This some good moves right here, Remy. Stat.
Look at Enjoy. He trying to be a
Y'all
part of
don't even understand how long. I've been keeping you from leaving. I'm willing to say upwards of a year and some change.
No, facts. I was just gonna leave
I
out.
believe you.
Hey, I got my brother on here right now. You feel me? I got my dog on. Y'all see Verbal Kent. Hey, I got my brother on here, right? I'm talking about 20-some years. Like, yeah, he on here right now. And he will tell you more than anything, dog. When I was having them conversations with Remy, hey Remy, you know who that is. You know who that is. We was all on the phone one day. You know who that is. I put his nickname. I put Pac out there for like this, but you know that's my dog. Yeah, bro. Look, we've been talking about this. When I'm not talking to Remy about it, I'm talking to him. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I mean, it's been a while. Like I was gonna leave out a while ago. Remy was the only reason I stuck around. It's so much now that look, the SSRB era is over. So I can really tell you all what's going on now. Because now we got spin-off platforms, but like, dog, man, there's so many people out, man. I was gonna kick out so many folks. It's so many people I was gonna get rid of. It's so many folks I was gonna get squashed in battles. Man, there's so many people who I was gonna literally just stop pushing. It's so many people who I was gonna introduce and put them over the neck. You know what I'm saying? Just because there were certain things that I would notice with folks. It's so many events I wanted to cancel. It's so many battles that I was like, I'm good on those. It's so many things that went on in it. Man, there's so many people I wanted to push that behind the scenes got scared and didn't want to, they weren't ready. And, you know, it was like, dog, hey, Remy, I'm finna be up out of here. Like, I was done. And I was just gonna, I kid you not, I was gonna shut everything down. Like, everything was gonna be done. Y'all wasn't gonna be able to find nothing but the YouTube because y'all battles on. I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna remove no battles and nothing. Everything else is gonna be gone. But Remy was like, nah, man, man, I was gonna make a new page and everything. I only add the people I'm really cool with in the culture. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to see battle rap nothing. But Remy was like, nah, man, like, you know. And then I remember, fun fact, talking to my dog that's in here, and I was actually telling him about the idea of rebranding the league before I talked to Remy about it. He gave me his opinion. I talked to Remy. Their opinions were quite similar. And, you know, we just went from there. Like, dog, there's so many things that did not happen for the sake of Remy giving it a lifeline that it makes zero sense. And I'm talking about some landscape changing stuff. Dog, y'all wouldn't even believe. Like we talking about from the staff to the artists to the atmosphere to the events, all of that. Y'all wouldn't even believe some of the stuff. But it's all over now. Like, so I can say that comfortably and not deal with no crying because I have my roster as of right now. I already got a few people on the roster. If you ain't traveling out here, then you ain't on the roster. I need people gonna travel and actually, be able to get these battles, make them happen and stuff like that. So I mean, look, you just pick where you go. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm not going to be booking a whole bunch of y'all if you're over at CRC because I personally want to do the league versus league and it feel authentic. I don't want to feel like y'all done battled here so much that y'all are like, you identify as both like on both platforms, Or you could be like, all right, I'm CRC and SSZERO. Like, no, like it's just one or the other. But if my people want to go battle like over that way, then hey, it's whatever y'all want to do. Look, me and Remy do not run a league together anymore. He has a league, I have mine. We just work with each other, like we partner with each other with the leagues. Like it's a business partnership with the leagues. But we are two different league owners. We do things two completely different ways. Hey man, but nah, this what we doing here. My first few events, studio. There's so many people that have come down here in the last few years that have never battled in the studio. They always battled at headquarters. And for those of y'all who just want to hear like the classic lore of all of this, any of y'all who battled at the when we were at the battlefield, or basically what was extended next to the hotel that was there, and we were at the bar and we were out in the ballroom, whatever. That building has been torn down. So yeah, that venue no longer exists. That is the legendary venue where we had the accuracy event. That is where we had the out of nowhere event where I introduced that UBL Summer 2020 class with Hot Boy Suge and Ulu Focus and JR and Reese Money and all them guys came back around like Dolo Return and all them. Yeah, that's gone. The infamous event where Fizo and Tater Guy got into it and fought out in the parking lot. And yeah, that venue is torn down. So yeah, man. But we're gonna be back at the studio because there's so many people who never got to battle there. Those were some of my favorite events. It's more controlled there. It's more chill there. You know, we had electrifying there with SSRB with the stage. I don't know if I threw any studio events for the stage. I threw iBattle events at the stage. At the studio. But I didn't throw any. I don't think I threw any stage events there when I had the stage. iBattle though, I did throw some studio series events there. I threw classified events because classified is actually something I've been using for quite some time. Any of y'all in UBL know I've been using classified for years. That's actually one of my old social media handles before all of this. So, we threw an event there. Yeah, a lot of y'all ain't battled at that studio, man, and that's literally one of the most difficult venues for anybody. And when I look at all of the battles I've ever booked out here at all the different locations, whether it was Clutch booking them, me booking them, whatever, the studio is probably the most difficult venue that anybody has battled in. I've battled in that studio, but I've noticed most people, I don't know if I have a king of that studio yet. So yeah, it's happening there. Now, to make this short and just kind of get it over with, let y'all talk. As far as the Wolfpack, T, Fizo, they're in SSZERO. Everybody else is either CRC or you got Hit List or you got like any other platforms that may be a part of. Savage he's back around. He was gone for like a while. Nothing crazy. He was just out the way. And so yeah, UBL is in there. Like we got a presence, but yeah, man. As far as SSZERO, the actual roster, I'm gonna go to this real quick. Hopefully, it doesn't take me off the space. Let me see. I mentioned a few people. All right. Graffiti's there. Fizo, T, Barucci. Let me see who else. Ice P, he's in here right now. Cap Scissor, Taylor Made, Jari, not Jareel, Jari. And I got a few more people pending. I may land like a couple more vets in there maybe. I just want people who are going to travel, man. I'm telling y'all, like this time around, like I'm really going to be tough on that. Like travel, like you need to come out here and battle. I don't want people who are going to no-show or whatever because I'm still very low tolerance with battle rap at this point. I don't want it to be like, oh man, I can't make it. And I'm like, all right, that was a nice try. We done with it. So yeah, I want people who are going to show up because now we got an even bigger reason for everybody to be here because we got to whoop on CRC every year.
Man, shut the fuck up saying stupid shit.
He hating in the cut.
I do got a question. So classified, you did say you mentioned a few minutes ago. Is that like eliminated completely now? It should go.
That belongs to Remy now. That's kind of under the rights of Remy at this point, especially with like JL with his departure from the league, which was obviously like after the fact. I don't really know everything about all. I'm not trying to bring that up. Just saying for the subject. That's now with Remy. So he got the rights to classify. Like I passed all that on to like like y'all do what y'all do with that. Like that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like not in a bad way, but it's just that's he.
Oh no. I just asked the question because you had mentioned
The
classified a few
waiting.
minutes ago, and I was like,
Yeah, the waiting room.
You
And
know what?
classified.
I'm gonna go see it. It's looking like I'm finna just scrap because we got a thing called a waiting room. And that's something y'all never even knew about for real. We've been having that, about 4 months, 5 months, 4 months, 5 months.
I
So
think the
Yeah,
waiting room sounds better than classified.
no,
For
in the waiting room is really, it ain't no exposure. Y'all don't know them. They just get dropped off in classified. You got to be in classified to know. A nigga just pop up in there and be like, "What the fuck?" Came out the waiting room. But I'm thinking about just getting rid of it and just meshing it all with the thing. Like some people gonna be low card, some people gonna be mid card. I don't see any of them being at the top of the card right now because they ain't rapped yet, they ain't been live yet, and shit like that. So that's what I'm leaning towards as of right now. I'm like 70-30 on that shit right now. In
How many?
favor of
How many of them? How many of them niggas is still even around? Like
all
I
them
know
niggas.
Cap and
They
T
they
Weezy.
they got the most active chat. Them niggas being there every day talking shit and doing
Okay,
shit.
all
And
right.
they actually don't know nothing else but each other right now. So I wouldn't see them just splitting off like that unless something drastic happened.
yeah, let something drastic happen. Nah, them niggas they in there, they pretty active. They be in there talking shit and rapping and booked on cars and shit. I fuck with them. I pull up. I don't say shit half the time. I just look. But nah, them niggas been there actually active.
The
Yeah, I
development
can't.
the
I just can't.
development process the
Go ahead, bro.
development
My fault.
the development process of the
Are we here?
yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
We hear stat. I
My
seen
phone.
that shit.
My phone cut off.
Yeah, I seen it.
Come on, man.
The
Mm,
development process of the new people.
what
How's
about
that gonna be working?
Hold on. I'm lost. So where are we at, and what did I miss? Because my
Uh,
phone cut off.
we
I'm
still talking
okay,
surprised.
about the waiting room?
so basically on the
Wait,
backdrop, he's
real
70 and
quick.
30 with the classified.
Yeah. All right. I'm with you real quick. So did y'all hear? Okay, I said something. I was like the waiting room, and then did it just cut off from that point?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
So y'all didn't hear nothing that I was saying after that. It just cut off.
Didn't you say your
Yeah, it
phone
just
died? Why would we hear it?
Man,
yeah.
because man, come on, man, because y'all still on the space now. I thought
All
it
Hell,
we
cut the
heard
whole
was
space off. I was
no,
hot.
nah. All
No.
we heard was the waiting room part you said.
All right, so real quick, and I'm gonna let y'all get back to what y'all saying. So with the waiting room, that was actually like my last development that we did before leaving out. What it was that my wrestling guys will know, so I'll say this real quick. It was basically the performance center. Now, as far as you all go here outside of that don't really watch that.
That nigga had y'all in the performance center.
Come on,
bro.
man.
This
It was
nigga
like a filter system. Like, all right, so it's if you watch wrestling and you understand, but it
That
ain't nothing
nigga's
wrestling. It's just development.
That
that
nigga
was
that
let's
nigga
call it what it
balls.
is. Let's
that
call it
nigga
what it is.
NXT
Pause.
No, it wasn't NXT. He had them niggas on Evolve.
Oh,
No,
that
That's
shit
how
listen,
evolved.
big
Huh?
it is.
bro. That shit was the purpose. The purpose for it was so we wouldn't put people out there and they just be ass out the gate.
Y'all don't even know that the
right.
waiting room has a whole Twitter and they've actually thrown events and been throwing events the whole time. Like some of y'all don't even know that. Most of y'all don't even know that. That's been going on for
Nah,
months.
there's 10 battlers in
It's
there.
like a hidden
Yeah,
Where
team.
my